Last month, I made $11,000 from my AI business on top of my full-time job, which feels totally insane. I had 4 main clients. I have a factory here in Los Angeles that paid me $5K for an email responder, and I actually only collected $2,500. I have another 2.5 not listed here because of an NDA that is different. So I'll have another bit of this build this month. I'm working with a guy named Chris Kerner. He has a whole bunch of social following, and I'm helping him run an info product, teaching people how to use AI in their businesses, and I'm getting paid pretty well for that. And then I did 2 other clients from Upwork this month to a total of over $10,000, which feels totally insane. 2 months ago on September 1st, I took a screenshot of my phone and it had $500 in my bank account. And today I have $12,500 in my bank account, which feels ridiculous. Going forward, I have my full-time job, which they know I'm basically a contractor, and I'm getting $1,100 a week from there. And that's after tax, and I have benefits. And then from another client, Chris, I'm getting about $1,500 a week, which means that I'm totally set on personal income. That's way more than I burn per week. My wife and I are burning about $1,500 a week. So like just one of these is good. So we're set on personal income. Now I need to switch my focus from just hustling for cash to building a scalable engine, right? Which is a crazy spot to be. Like 12 weeks ago, I landed my first client. And now after 3 months of doing this, I'm at the point where I have double the cash flow that I need to survive. So now how do I scale? Because I'm out of time in my day. If I were to keep trying to do one-off projects like this, I need to do something that I get money not directly tied to me doing a specific thing. Like it needs to be leveraged. And so the way I thought about it, there are 3 main paths to do something scalable and something more leveraged. The first path that most directly continues what I'm doing is to take my AI agency, I hate that term, but it is what it is, and productize it. Pick one problem and one client type and just solve that over and over and over again. And if all goes well, that's more leverage on my time because the problems are similar. The thing is, I kind of hate doing service business because the agency business model is kind of fundamentally broken because businesses who want to hire an agency in general are not very good businesses because they can't figure out how to do a problem themselves. And the ones who really need help are just bad businesses. So even if I give them a good thing, which happened with one of my clients, I built them a great solution. Their business just stinks. So they're not going to actually use the thing I built. They've let it go by the wayside. And it's like, wow, I not only didn't provide value to you, but it was a pain to fulfill this for you. And then additionally, if the business is really, really good, they just want to learn from you and then dump you or hire you to be internal anyway. And scaling agencies is very, very difficult. It's phenomenal to get money moving, which is what I've done, but it's very hard to grow to be really, really big. You can totally do it. I just don't think it's like the smartest vehicle. There's software, which I've kind of started to learn the basics of software, like end-to-end automations and vibe coding and front-end and stuff. Like you're only, a little bit of vibe coding away from becoming an indie SaaS developer, but I don't really want to do that either because I have no idea how to do any of it. Like that would be jumping into a completely new industry. But it could be done. I have a few different ideas for like indie SaaS products I could build, but I haven't validated any of it. I haven't put up landing pages. I haven't tested to see if people would buy it. But it is a thing that I could do that's leveraged. The last one is an info product. Yeah, become a course guru. But really, the interesting thing is I've now helped build 2 info products about becoming an AI agency business owner. Andrew Dunn's Vibe Consulting, I helped record and make most of the content in there. And now Chris Kerner's Playmakers AI community, I'm helping build most of the content in there. And in both communities, I've had a whole bunch of people message me, like 15, 20 plus, and be like, your content is amazing. It's super helpful. The calls with you have been super valuable. Your work makes this community worth the investment. And I'm realizing, I have the chops to make an info product that people want. People are telling me they like it. These guys who are making them are paying me like I'm a partner, kind of, but way less money than that. So the only difference between me and them is that I don't have traffic. Like if I can get traffic, I know how to convert the traffic and I know how to deliver a good info product to that traffic. Now I just have to go find people and help them. Like I just have to get traffic for an info product. I think info is actually the best path of these to scale. It's completely, truly, infinitely scalable. The stuff that Nick Surreal has done with Maker School, like in the last few months, he's basically gone ghost mode. He's stopped working on his product. He's stopped responding to everybody daily, and it's still printing. He's seen pretty much no drop off. Now, granted, that will slow eventually a little, but he's built this flywheel of like everybody loves his thing. So it's a phenomenally scalable model, and the market wants it. Like totally wants it. Now, part of me is like, good job, Brandon. You earned 10K a month a couple times, and now you just want to go become a course guy like everyone else on the internet. Yes, except a little different. I don't want to be a guru. I just want to give helpful advice. So there's a few things under this. First thing about courses and info products and coaching and whatever. And this is the part that's going to be the hardest for me to do consistently. But I need to give people what they want, not what I think is best for them. So when I did debate in high school, I did really poorly my first season of debate. Well, I actually did pretty well my first season. But when I started trying to get good, the first couple tournaments of my second year, I did trash because I was like, I have a beautiful argument that's going to be amazing. And my judges were not like debate theory professionals. They were just like the moms of the people who were competing. And I started to lose rounds because they would vote for the other person. And I was like, my argument is better. Like, it's just better. And the judges don't get it. And I remember the day where I was like, wait, winning a round is just whoever the judge votes for at the end of the round. If the judge doesn't like my argument, it's a bad argument. And if they do, it's a good argument. And when I realized that, I was like, you're such a moron, Brandon. Just turn your brain off. Imagine what these moms want to hear and say that. And then lo and behold, I made a case that went undefeated for the rest of the year. And so with info, what I want and what I know people need is like super deep knowledge of how to build stuff in N8N and to not be given any direct guidance on go to this niche, build this system, because it's entirely based on your background and the connections you have and the problems and software that particular businesses need. AI has tons of value to deliver and almost all of it's custom, and no one wants to hear that. What people want to hear is build this for this niche at this price, ask these questions, and you will make a sale. People want certainty. So I need to sell certainty in order to sell an info product. So that's the first thing I have to remember is whatever the market wants, that's what I have to sell. If they don't want it, it's not a valuable product. Value is somebody will give you money for it. And if I can't make a thing that people will give me money for, I need to change what I'm making. It doesn't matter if it's good for people or would be helpful, they're not buying it. Second thing, and I do not want to become a guru like this, I don't want to be all about, earning gazillions of dollars. I will say I can help you learn. I will say I can help you get your first couple customers. But I'm not going to promise that people are going to become, $10,000, $50,000, $100,000 people under me. Like this has been the joining Nick Surreal's community was life-changing, like literally life-changing for me because I got started finally after literally going through business school for 2 undergrads and a master's degree and being valedictorian of all of it and like not having started a business myself. He got me going. His businesses, his teaching, his go apply on Upwork, that got me going. And now I have the bug and I can never get rid of it. I can promise people that much. I can say, I'll get you from 0 to 1 and do it well and set you up. But I'm not going to promise, I'm going to transform your life when I know everything. And then this is an interesting one. Most people on the internet are like, proof first, then promise and plan. Everything you do has to lead with credibility. I actually think that's kind of dumb because everyone on the internet, everyone and their mother has some dollar amount in their title. Like, I made $600 million. I did this, I did that. Most of it's fake anyway. And most people are kind of like skeptical of it. I now have enough credibility. I can frame it creatively, but without putting like $100 million numbers on it. Like I've had $10,000 months. I've worked with really high level clients. I can just say stuff like that. I don't have to make huge claims. People will find value in information if it helps them. Not if I'm amazing. So I'm going to bank on the quality of what I present, not on my past results and what I do. I don't want to become a guru. The interesting thing about info that I've noticed now that I've served a couple hundred people between the two info communities I kind of stumbled into helping with are first, people mostly just want hope and the feeling of progress. They don't want the right information. So this is why the supplement industry and fitness is so big. I know that the best way to get in shape is to go to the gym and track your calories every day. People don't want to hear that. People want to feel like I can get out of this hole. People want an instant feeling of, I can do this. So I shouldn't sell the hard work way of getting results. I should sell the easy way of getting results, build momentum, and then show people, hey, the hard way's over there if you want to go. And like that's exactly what I did. That's what helped me. It is valuable. It's just not like, it's not as virtuous as like, you know, being a charity and just showing people the hard way and saying, do it if you want. Like, I'm not in this to be a charity. I'm in this to make money, but I'm going to make money by helping people do something that's actually good. Also, like, the other crazy thing I've realized is probably 95% of people who buy info products just straight up don't use them. And that's just the nature of the thing. Like, people buy books and don't read them. We don't get mad at book publishers. So if people are going to buy courses or communities and not use them, then whatever, that's on them. Like, people buy insurance and don't use it. That's the point. It makes them feel better. I'm realizing, as I've been in a couple info communities that are both low ticket and like insanely high ticket, people buy info because it makes them feel better, not just because of utility. So anyway, all that stuff. So for me, my key is just show up. Just be consistent. There's a gazillion people online who are like, well, I'm thinking about making a YouTube channel teaching AI in a school community and all, like, whatever. I'm just going to do it. It's going to be cringe from now till the end of the year. That's okay. I will make money doing this. In about 3 to 6 months, it's not going to be cringe anymore. It's going to be like, wow, that guy's making good money. And if people are cringing at it, it's because it's like, well, he's making money, but it's like a cheat code of making money. Yes, it is a cheat code of making money. Just do it yourself too. There's room in the market for everyone. Anyway, these are just my thoughts right now. So starting now, November 1st is today. Tomorrow morning and moving forward, I'm going to record a YouTube video every day. There will be days off, you know, go to see a friend or go to an amusement park or go trip with my wife for the weekend. And then every other day I'm going to post the content. So like record daily, and then every other day the video I record is going to go up, so I can build up some buffer and be perfectly consistent on upload schedule, which means by February 1st of next year, I should have about 45 videos posted. I made a list of all these already by going through, in the 2 info communities I'm already in, what do people want? What are the frequently asked questions? Because they're like all the same. Everybody has the same questions. They're all beginner based. They're all, how do I pick who I'm going to sell to? What questions do I ask on a sales call? How do I get customers? How do I learn this as a beginner? Like, everything is about that. And my community is going to be low ticket. So I just need to make that content. Like, I went on Nick Surreal's Daily Updates channel and just scrolled through the comments of his last like 50 videos and just wrote down all the questions that are repeated. And now I have a list of like 50 videos to make. And I literally personally know the content for all of them because I've been through all of it already. Like, I've already beaten those levels of the entrepreneurship game. So now I can just teach that stuff. And so I think the videos will be high utility. I just have to do it. So the roadmap for going forward is I'm going to record 10 videos and put them up. And that's going to be a learning process. I'm guessing they'll all get a little bit better. Although I already like roughly know how to do a lot of it because I'm doing it for the communities I'm already in. And over those 10 videos, I'm going to expect essentially no results and just hope that I can get 10 people to join a free school community. That's it. I'm not going to put a paywall on it. I'm just going to hope I can get them to join it. And I'm going to make it super worth their time. Like, if they join, they'll get a live call with me. If they join, there's going to be great resources in there. And once I seed the community with a few decent people, I'll put paid tiers onto it and go from there. But I understand that I'm not going to make money from this for like a month or two minimum, maybe more. That's fine. It's such an insane business model. Once you get the ball rolling, I can afford a few months of not earning money now. Like, now that I have savings in the bank and my earning is more than double my monthly burn, I can take a few months and take a swing at something like this. This is like, earn money so that you can bet on yourself and get higher upside at the end. That's like all the roadmap I really know. I'm just going to get started, and I'm guessing that after about a month, I'll have a whole bunch more ways I can improve. But right now, I just know the answer is use YouTube to get traffic, have a school community to drive the traffic to, get free people in there, put a paywall on it, get your first dollars made online, and then move from there. So ways to make this easy for myself. I need to time block my life. So I've noticed the last few weeks that I have a lot of days where I have like little meetings with people online or with my in-person job where it'll just totally disrupt my day, like meeting here and then 45-minute block and then meeting here and then 30-minute block and then meeting here. I'll waste like 3 hours in a day because I can't just focus on one task. So I'm going to time block my schedule. And if I have meetings, they're all going to be on this day. And if I'm going to record videos, I'm going to do all of it in a 5-hour chunk over here. I've got my ADHD medication pretty dialed in now, which is really, really nice. I'm not doing Adderall anymore. It's another one. It starts with an S. I forget what it's called. It's not a stimulant though, which is really cool. So I can have caffeine now, or I can have a small dose of Adderall to supplement it. But it's a different medication that kind of like levels the dopamine in my brain instead of hitting me with a stimulant. So like my schedule can be a lot more normalized. And so time blocks and long chunks of focused time are for sure the way to go for me. The other thing that I want to do is pay myself first. So Rich Dad Poor Dad has this idea. If you're going to use your money to pay yourself first and then go pay other people. Sam Evans talks about the idea where Michael Phelps, his whole thing was wake up, go to pool. That's his morning routine. Get up, go do the important thing. And so the single most important thing in building this community is going to be getting traffic. For now, maybe that'll change once I have people in the community. It will for sure. Once I have a info product, a community of people who are expecting interaction from me, then at that point, the revenue generating thing is going to be to go into the community and interact with people. Then that becomes the first thing in my day. But for right now, it's get traffic. So every day, wake up, record a video. Wake up, record a video. And then everything else will fall into place after that. But there's no deadline on recording a video. Yawn. And I know myself, if there's no deadline, I won't want to do it. But if there is a deadline for like my jobs or my clients, I will meet those deadlines no matter what. So every day, wake up, pay myself by making and posting a video, and then work on my other things. I'm hoping that Q1 of next year, maybe Q2, I can top 5 the school games. So take a couple months to get the baseline of my content engine and community rolling. If things go way better than I think they will, I could win Q1. If they're kind of flat and they grow over time, I might win Q2, but we'll see. Alex Hormozy is easily the single most influential adult on my life outside of my wife and family. So I would love to get the chance to meet him in person. But yeah, that's where I'm at. It's totally nuts to me that it's been 12 weeks since the day after my 22nd birthday. I still remember sitting in the car and just screaming, like, I got a paying client. And now I'm here where I've had an over $10,000 month. I have significant cash margin in my checking account as well as in my income, and I can think about scaling. And I've had the experience and now the market knowledge to build a product that I think the market needs and will scale. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'll report back in a few weeks or a month or whatever with how the whole content and info grind is going. But that's it for now.